Good morning and welcome to Gateway 3D's weekly webinar. Uh, I'm back in the chair again. I'm Alistair Milcreast, and this week we're going to focus on how production templates can speed up your print processes. In last week's webinar, we looked at overcoming the challenges of managing orders for personalized products. This week's webinar will closely follow on from that, but we're going to focus on a very specific area, and that is production templates. This will be one of the easier and shorter webinars I've done, but sometimes one of the most inspiring. So if you're watching last week, or if you're new, then Gateway 3D has the ability within our order management system to generate print-ready artwork. And here we can see on the screenshot here, we have an iPhone case, and we are delivering the artwork in PNG, JPEG, and PDF format for this product. Of course, the artwork can be manually downloaded, and it can be manually saved to a drive, and can be sent to a printer, and we can print that one. Now, when we looked at last week's webinar, the theme was how to make personalization more profitable. So we looked at job sheet options, and we had various different start points for the barcode scan. Now, I'm going to focus on the fourth one down, the production template. Now, the production template, it says here, create on a batch template underneath print job or for the entire batch when generated and used to create product label and scan for QC dispatch. Okay, so what does that all mean then? What is a production template and how is this going to speed up and make us more efficient and more profitable? So in simplistic terms, a production template is where we batch artwork together. Now, here could be an example of a template where these artwork shapes, what we call these? Are these a trapezium? I think they're a trapezium from my maths day. They've had a template laid out, which is 6 by 1 across, and these could be all individual artworks, as you'll see later in some examples. This one is obviously 4 by 1, but we have individual artworks on every one here. Again, trapeziums, my word of the day. Of course, it could be simple as something like a label. So we can see here, this is 6 by 4. So to give us 24 onto a template. And then here's what we were specifically referring to in the barcode scanning. We have a batch template here with 3 by 1. And each artwork here specifically has the barcode on it underneath. But just to remind, it's different shapes, different layouts, all collated together. Okay, so the idea of the production batch workflow is we receive the orders into our order management system under status received. And then if we have had a template created for these products, then, well, I'll come on to show you how we do this later, but then we can auto collate artwork into the template. So as an order is received, it will auto populate. This is what we mean by auto production. Oh, sorry, flipped over the page by mistake. And this is what we mean by auto production. Once the batch template is fully populated, then we'll automatically create a production batch and send that into your workflow. The production batch can then be printed or downloaded and sent to the machine. And once it's printed, we can again use the barcode scanning we showed you to produce a print job label or a sheet, or we can scan it for QC or to dispatch. One of the beauties of a batch template is you can have one barcode for the entire template, which will update the statuses of OMS en masse. So you're not having to do it 20 times as well, or however many products are on your template. It's quite complicated, our workflow at times, because that's what printing can be complicated, but it can be simplified as well. But each printer will have their own processes. We can create this process to suit. Of course, this item on here on the left, unbatched orders, can be force batched. So if you have, say, 20 on the template, at the end of the day, only 15 have populated, you can force the batch just to produce the 15 that are in there now. And that can be done at any stage in the process. And if there was an error in printing, you can rebatch jobs and reprint as well. So in terms of batching and routing orders, the order management system is very, very flexible. And I don't intend to show you through it today, but just to give you some overviews, we can actually choose the name of the supplier specifically. We can choose the output for the artwork type. We can choose the SKUs that we want to go onto a batch template. We can choose to route it by country even. We can set how many pages each template has. And we can obviously set the dimensions of the template. Well, the other beauty of a batch template is that we can add on cut lines or registration marks, and they can actually be made bespoke. So if anything was specifically required for a printer to have on their template, we can add those items in. Okay, so a fairly specific but fairly simple webinar, but just to summarize what we can do with a production template and a batch template. So production templates can collate orders by product or by machine or by print shop location, and this can be anywhere in the world automatically routed. Batch templates will auto run once they're fully propagated, and they will create a production batch. Or if the batch doesn't get full, we can force batch if we want to. And again, we can rebatch if there's an issue with the artwork or the printing. Batch templates can have one generic, or each artwork can have individual barcodes on. That's your choice. Again, we mentioned that they can have registration marks or cut lines added. And once the batch is completed and the products are printed and shipped, one barcode scan can update OMS to delivered or to whatever status in the process we're at. And then batch templates can be fully customized for user variables that can be added. So thank you for listening to this brief webinar, and hopefully you've learned something new about improving your print processes. Of course, more information is available on our website, gateway3d.com. You can follow us on Twitter at gateway3d, and our blog, which I'll blog about this later, is gateway3d.com/blog. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend. Thank you.